What up, boys? Just made it to the city center here in Cumming. Got my BNI presentation today. Feeling a little nervous, but I got my 10-minute PowerPoint, so gonna go upstairs here, shake some hands, and get ready to do this presentation. Yeah, so this is BNI here in Forsyth County, and I've been in this group for probably a little over 2 years at this point. I think I joined in 2024. I was up on a roof, and a social media friend of mine called me and said, "Hey, do you want to come, to this BNI meeting?" I had never heard of this before, and I've been a part of it ever since. So essentially, we come every single Tuesday, and it's an hour-and-a-half meeting. Basically, everybody gets kind of like a 45-second pitch, if you will, on like what they're looking for this week, and there's time to like open network with other business owners. So I made some really, really great connections in here over the years. Today, I got to do the 10-minute presentation. So we've got about 30 people in our group, and obviously there's a couple weeks that we take off every year from like the holidays or whatnot. So I'll probably present like one time a year. So I really wanted to make sure that that I brought up some new things that we're working on, any new services that we came out with, some before and after pictures to really try and catch their eye. Because I think really my goal is to make this group like my sales team, if you will, and have 29 or 28 other people out there that are constantly in conversation with other people, and they're kind of listening for things to bring my name up. So, and I think one thing that we always talk about is what goes around comes around. So, I'm always trying to send referrals to other people, and it feels like the more that I'm doing that and having one-on-ones people and whatnot, that the referrals are coming back to me.
So this is Matt Phillips. He's the owner of Matt's Exterior Washing here in Cumming. Matt started the business while he was still in high school. Since then, he's grown the company into a full-service exterior cleaning business, serving hundreds of homeowners in the community, hustling harder than anybody I know.
So we'll get into this a little bit here. I've got 8 slides for y'all, I think. So first thing I want to bring up is our new content project. Again, Austin already introduced himself, but we screened a ton of content specialists, and Austin stood out. So we have him on a monthly retainer, and we are gonna really triple down on putting out reels, long form stuff on YouTube, maybe some podcasts sprinkled in. And what this means for y'all as my referral partners is when you send somebody our contact, you can also send them our Instagram or our YouTube, and it's just gonna build that much more trust when you send them our name. Again, those people will get to see real results, jobs, and credibility. And again, we'll have another source that is more than just our reviews on Google. And again, more content is easier referrals. So I'll post the links to the pages in the next couple weeks as we get rolling here, but we're super excited for that. And if any of y'all want to talk to Austin, he's been great so far. So one thing that I've been working on for the past year or so, kind of working on it on and off, is maintenance plans. I know the guys in the HVAC space kind of have this thing down. What this program is we're going to come out to the property every single quarter. So everything on the property is always going to be cleaned at all times. There's going to be some perks that come with it, and most homes are going to save over $1,200 per year by doing this.
This group has just been a huge benefit to me. I remember last year, so we do Christmas lights in the winter, and for a couple months before the Christmas light season, I hadn't really got much from the group, probably maybe one referral in 2 or 3 months. So kind of getting unmotivated a little bit because I spend a lot of time that goes towards this group. And the Christmas light season comes, and this isn't even my seat per se. And I bring it up a couple times, and I probably got 12 to 15 jobs from BNI alone for Christmas lights. And in lights, our average job is like $2,000. So we generated like a 25 to 30 grand in lights just from BNI group, and that was super huge for us. And again, just stay diligent with doing my one-to-ones and, show up every Tuesday and send referrals to other people. And, what goes around comes around. That's really a big benefit.
All 4 quarters we're coming out and doing work. On top of that, if you see in the bottom left of the perks, there's also free monthly pollen removal by request, free monthly debris removal by request, 15% off all other services, which really for us, the only thing that's not in here is doing the roof, just because the value of that would be more than the entire plan. And then priority scheduling. So what we've done, obviously the pricing is going to vary, by house, but what I did is I said, hey, if we did all of these services at a typical 3,000 square foot, 2-story house, this would be about $2,700. I'm trying my very, very best to get these plans for $99 a month, which would save, obviously, close to $1,300 for the year. If y'all have anyone that you think would want their exterior maintenance just taken care of, we'd love to talk to them.
Yeah, so with B&I, they are worldwide. So if you go online, you'll be able to find all the chapters near you. Now, one of the cool things about it is it's a closed networking group. So for example, if there is a roofer in my group, there can't be another roofer in the group. So that's something that's super cool and kind of separates it from like the Chamber of Commerce or whatnot. But yeah, I would say go on the local B&I website, see if there's one around you. Chamber of Commerce is still great. There's other networking groups around you, but this is something that I highly recommend to other business owners out there. Just know that there's more than Facebook ads, Google ads. There is more. Sometimes the old school way of getting out there and shaking hands and making conversation is the way to go.
A couple before and after pictures here. If y'all want to take a photo of this to share with your friends, or I can send this in the WhatsApp. But we've got everything from siding. We've got another one of those porch ceilings there in the top left. Those things like to get really dirty. We've got some commercial sidewalks right here. That was for a elementary school. Y'all can see one of those roofs in the middle, going from those dark shingles to light. We can clean the gutters out. The picture in the bottom left is one of my favorites. That was like a screen enclosure with windows that hadn't been cleaned in what looked like 20 or 30 years. I was up there for quite a long time. Last slide, this week's Ask, one introduction to a property manager or real estate agent. And if you want, I guess, one cherry on top, someone that wants to keep their exterior constantly taken care of. We'd love to talk to them about those maintenance plans, but thank y'all for the opportunity to present today. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I looked for the blue Red Bull, couldn't find it.
Oh, impossible to find. It's like one in 100.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. What?
The cabin.
The cavities. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's got 6 cavities to get filled tomorrow, which does not sound fun at all. He looks like he has perfect teeth too, I don't know. But that's gonna be a rough day. So this is really our ideal job. The house on Zillow is less than 2,000 square feet, and this job's $2,800 for a residential power washing job at this size of house is pretty good. So this is like what we're wanting, is just to keep 2 or 3 guys in one place all day long. Obviously, we have plenty of $300 and $400 jobs, which those are great. We need those as well. But, when guys have to do 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs in a day, it's a lot more hectic, a lot harder to get as much done because of you know, because of drive times and whatnot. So really the only way to do that, at least if you're not out, you know, at like a mansion, is to be doing everything from top to bottom. So like at this house, it's not done yet, but we're gonna do the roof last in our process. We're doing the whole exterior of the house. We're doing the driveway. I think the guys are in the back working on the deck. We're cleaning the exterior windows. So we got a bunch of things that we're cleaning here. And really that's our goal, is like to clean everything. And really I've had to change my mindset from a sales and a quoting spot, because 9 out of 10 people when they call are gonna say, I wanna get my house done or I wanna get my driveway done. It's mainly gonna be asking for 1 or 2 services. It's very rare that they're gonna call and ask for the whole shebang, but more than likely it's because they don't know that either 1, we offer it, or number 2, that they need it. So one thing that I've learned and that I think is super important, I think it's really important to offer every single thing that you can do at a client's house. And you don't have to be pushy, right? So like if this roof was brand new, like I'm not gonna be super pushy on selling the roof, but it also helps because, hey, what if in 3 years Mrs. Jones calls us back to get that roof done? We have a price, she has a price, and we're good to go. We don't have to come back out to her house for the estimate again and do all that. So that's been another big benefit as well. But yeah, I think just to kind of end that point that I was making, like I think some people think, and this was myself for years, but I thought like only offer them what they're asking for, because I don't want to come across as like pushy or as any kind of way. But in reality, more likely than not, they don't know what their house needs. And at the end of the day, like the bacteria in the mold on the house will spread if it's not all clean. So if you are only cleaning the siding, but the deck, the driveway, it's all filthy, in my opinion, you're doing the client a disservice by not offering it and not trying to sell it, just because again, that mold is just gonna continue to contaminate and spread. So again, is every residential job that we have $3,000? No, of course not. We've got 3 other crews out right now, and they've all got jobs that are sub $500 on their schedule. But we do get these as much as we can. Just doing kind of the full property refresh, and I think it benefits the clients and ourselves tremendously.
So I just got this thing set up. My water tank's full, ready to go. Every time I wash something, I'm always looking for what do I need to be careful of. They already moved all this furniture out of the way, so I'm not worried about that. I don't see anything that's gonna get overspray, but I am gonna be putting chemicals up on this house and it's gonna run down. They have really nice grass up against here. So I'm gonna take water. I already sprayed it on the concrete to make sure I'm spraying water. And I'm just gonna kind of coat this stuff, get it saturated. It's kind of like a sponge. They can only take in so much water. So if you get them saturated with water beforehand, then your chemical overspray is gonna be diluted, but also the plant's not gonna really suck up quite as much of it. So then I'll take my remote, and on my remote, there's 2 buttons. One says mix, one says rinse. The red button, we always associate red with soap or bleach, sodium hypochlorite, whatever you want to call it. We always make it red just so there's like a color association in your mind. But I'll click that mix button. I hear a beep. On my truck over there, there's gonna be an orange blinking light to tell me that it worked. And then I'm just gonna come over to a safe surface, which he's cleaning this concrete right here, so this would be perfect. And I'm just gonna spray it on the ground until I can see bubbles start coming up, which will tell me that I'm spraying soap. So it should just take like 15, 20 seconds. There it is. You can kind of see the white coming out in the water. That's that sodium hypochlorite. You can kind of see the bubbles forming on those windows up there. That's that sodium hypochlorite. Trigger on this gun has a little leak, so I got to be careful on walking around not to just let it drip everywhere. People talk about like using like surfactant soaps and things, like mixing that in with your bleach, which basically is like a cheap surfactant would be like laundry detergent. Like you're just trying to make it suds up so that it doesn't run quite as much, so it has a little more time to sit in the same spot. And we were using that stuff and like going back and forth on like what brand is good. Like we had an apple kind, we had like a lemon one at one point, and I'm sure you see in like Instagram videos people spraying like pink suds up on a house. Yeah. We used to use soaps, but what we found is like if you use a soap mixed with your bleach, you have to rinse it for like 5 times as long because it's just bubbling and bubbling and bubbling. And then you walk away from it thinking it's done, and it dried on the windows and left like a fog on it. It looks like a lot of what's on this wall right here is just from this thing dragging back and forth. Probably not the smartest way to test, but it works. Get all the soap off those. Hit the grass one more time. All right, now I think I'm just gonna leave it for a little while and go work on something else.